Day 2 is in the books for the NFL draft. Did the New York Jets get better in round 2 and round 3? Let's go ahead and let's get after it. Before I get into the video, if I could get you to please jet up the like button, and if you're new here and you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I want to let you know I'm going to be live streaming this Sunday night, and I'm going to be taking live phone calls during the show. If you want to share your NFL draft takes, go ahead and follow me on social media, and I'd be happy to have you be a part of the show. Round 2, pick 36, the New York Jets trade up from pick 38, and they leapfrogged the Houston Texans, who were picking at number 37. And the idea is that the New York Jets were fearful that the Texans were going to take running back Breece Hall out of Iowa State, an ultra-productive running back in college football, had an unbelievable stretch of games consecutively of scoring at least one touchdown. This is a very, very explosive running back. And, according to Daniel Jeremiah, he's really in the mold of like a Jonathan Taylor. He is big, he is strong, he is extremely athletic and fast. He can jump through the roof of the building, and he has just got a lot of ability to make big plays happen at the running back position. And I'll be honest with you, before the pick was made, I had said that I did not want a running back to be selected at that spot. I still felt like it was best if we maneuvered that pick back, acquired some more draft capital, because there's still some holes on this team that I think we need to address. But having said that, though, I do like the pick for the reasons that I'm about to list. So number one, it's going to help our offense to just absolutely pop. We are going to have some big plays happening in the ground game, through the air to these running backs in Michael Carter and Breece Hall. And I'll be honest with you, I'm having to adjust a little bit here because I had for the longest time thought that Michael Carter was going to be the 1A running back in a committee, backfield. And it turns out Breece Hall is clearly going to be the 1A in this committee. And Michael Carter is now the complement to Breece Hall. I think that this is probably, if you're talking about the most production and the best situation for everybody, I think Breece Hall is going to benefit from Michael Carter, and I do think that Michael Carter will benefit in his new role. He's going to have probably about 10 to 12 touches per game. I don't think he's going to get into that 15 to 18 touch window that I had predicted earlier. Breece Hall is explosive, and even more so explosive than Michael Carter. All due respect to him, I still love him as a running back, and I'm very, very happy that we have now two running backs, a committee here that is legit going to be able to help Zach Wilson, going to be able to help build the running game and get this play action passing game going. Because if we can set up the run, it's going to help our defense and it's going to help our passing attack. After trading up for Jermaine Johnson at the 26th overall pick, the New York Jets had to give up the 69th pick in the third round, and they wound up trading back all the way to the 101 pick in the third round. And they landed a tight end that I think is the number 2 tight end in the class. He is a very, very overall, very strong tight end prospect. And that tight end is Jeremy Ruckert out of Ohio State. He is one of my favorite tight ends in the class. And I think that he is going to be perfect for not only the role that he's going to play this year, but also moving forward. I think he legitimately has tight end 1 qualities to him. He is a go up and get it kind of tight end. He can really make some spectacular catches happen. And in the red zone, I feel like year 1, he's going to be given opportunities to make plays in the red zone. And scoring touchdowns is certainly something that he can do. He did not get a lot of opportunities in that Ohio State offense with Chris Olave being there and obviously Garrett Wilson, the New York Jet as well. So now we have two weapons now from that Ohio State offense. And the beautiful thing about our tight end room now is we went from one of the worst tight end rooms in the entire National Football League, if not the worst, to a significant, utterly different tight end room. We literally rehauled the entire room. And I did mention it in the offseason. That was never out of the question. They signed 2 veterans in CJ Uzomah from the Cincinnati Bengals, Tyler Conklin from the Minnesota Vikings, And then they go in the third round, the end of the third round, and they grab Jeremy Ruckert, who is an all-around tight end. He is not just a receiving threat in the red zone. This is a guy that can do some work blocking. And so the beautiful thing, again, we did not have the ability to run 12 personnel, 2 tight end sets. We really didn't even have the personnel to run a 1 tight end set. But now we have the ability to run 3 tight end sets. We have the ability to split some of our tight ends out. They could go into the slot. I think Jeremy Ruckert could run some slot stuff. And I also want to throw out there that if we have an injury, we don't lose anything with Jeremy Ruckert being in the lineup. So if CJ Uzama goes down, if Tyler Conklin goes down, we've got Jeremy Ruckert now ready to take over and help the running game stay strong and still have that option for Zach Wilson in the passing game. I absolutely love the pick. I will say, though, Perion Winfrey at the 101 spot, that was actually who I wanted the most, but I'm not going to complain. Our offense in general is really going to take some big steps this upcoming season, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why that is. Everywhere you look on this offense, it is built with young, explosive, and veteran presence throughout the offense, and it is going to be a joy to watch on Sundays. We have a veteran offensive line. Every one of our offensive linemen that's projected to start has at least 1 year of starting experience in the National Football League. That means something. These guys have been here. They have done that. They have experienced this scheme. They have worked with these coaches. I expect the offensive line to come out much, much better than they did at the beginning of this last year. And quite frankly, Laken Tomlinson should make a huge impact in our running game. You go ahead and then you take a look at the tight ends we added. We already went over that in the last segment. These are bona fide, solid veterans. And you go ahead and you added Jeremy Ruckert to the mix. Wide receivers. We've got explosives. We've got some explosive playmakers at the wide receiver position. The running back position I talked about as well. Michael Carter, Breece Hall now. You've got a true 1-2 punch. So what does that mean for the offense? And what does that mean for Zach Wilson? Unlike the scenario that we had with Sam Darnold, where we didn't know what we had with Sam Darnold after year 2, that is not going to be the case. I talked about it during the live stream for day 2 of the NFL draft. There are no excuses for Zach Wilson. There will be no excuses. And it doesn't matter if we incur a few injuries here and there. We have the depth on offense now. So if Zach Wilson can take and harness all the things he learned from his rookie year and utilize all of these crazy amount of weapons that he has around him, there's no reason to not expect big things from Zach Wilson in year 2. I'm very excited about it, and I am looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say in the comments. Let me know what you think about the draft pick of Breece Hall at 36 overall, the trade up to go ahead and get him. Also, tell me what you think about the Jeremy Ruckert pick. Do you think we should have taken Perion Winfrey? Is there another player you think we should have selected? I'm a little bit nervous about our backup offensive tackle spot. We still have not selected one. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go Jets, and I'll see you guys next time.